Good evening. $10,000. That's how much money is being offered tonight for information that brings a killer to justice. Kylie Warren was murdered in her home 2 years ago in Converse. Eyewitness News reporter Aaron Wright has her family's plea for help.
That a very loving relationship was broken apart.
That's what Sharon Elke sees when she holds photos of her daughter, Kylie Warren.
She had a very loving family that grieve today and always will.
A loving mother, a sister, and a friend to many. That's what Sharon wants people to remember, not her brutal murder in October of 2016. According to BCSO investigators, Warren was found dead after a welfare check. She had been out with friends the night before. Investigators say a dark-colored SUV was in the area around the time she was murdered. In an effort to bring justice, Sharon has raised $5,000, bringing the reward for information to $10,000.
For my daughter, it wasn't hard. It was just something that had to be done. I need for the person to come forward more than I need that money.
According to Sharon, her daughter was a victim of domestic violence. She had a protection order against her husband and was planning to divorce him. Sharon says her daughter's ex was picked up for the murder, but the district attorney tells us his office is waiting for new evidence to be developed in the case before moving forward with a charge. The DA says the investigation is ongoing.
It is beyond belief that the case would be dismissed. The sheriff's department knew nothing about it. They have plenty of evidence to put him away.
Sharon hopes someone has evidence, information, or proof that could finally put the killer behind bars.
I need this done for my daughter and for my family to be able to rest at night peacefully that he was caught.
You can call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP. Aaron Wright, KINS 5 Eyewitness News.